that the angrier I got, the stronger I got, as Vladimir found out.
That was a crazy fight.
Now, the Klitschko fight was especially a very personal one for you. Because off the cuff, we don't always like to jump into the heavy meat, but if we can segue into it, like you spoke on it, you know, we always bring it home, but it's there, Layman. Take us through the events that led up to it in terms of how, because you beat him and became champion behind with that victory. How did that whole situation culminate to you and him getting to that bout?
Well, it's crazy because, you know, he had lost to a dude named Corey Sanders a couple of years before that. And so Corey Sanders had the title. So I was number 4. And then the WBO sent me a letter that says, you're number 1 because you have beat Nate Jones for the NABO, which makes you number 1 in the WBO, which because the NABO is the little brother, little sister, whatever, to the NABO. I mean to the NABO. So anyway, WBO. I said to the WBO. So anyway, so they give me this letter that says you cannot fight or you'll be disqualified from fighting for the world title. I say okay. Corey Sanders got the title. They send me a letter. You're going to fight Corey Sanders in 4 or 5 months. So we want you to get yourself ready to fight Corey Sanders because now Corey Sanders is the WBO champion. I said, okay. So I go to camp. I'm in camp about a week, maybe 2 at the most. Mm-hmm. First time I ever been to my own camp. I'm up in Big Bear. And I get a call from Don King telling me, well, you can go home. I'm like, what? Well, Corey Sanders is giving up the belt so he don't have to fight you. I'm like, what? How the heavyweight champion of the world give his belt up so he don't have to fight me? Like, what? I ain't never heard no mess like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, really? Like, he don't want to fight? So what he did was, and I get it, it's all about money. He gave up his belt and went and fought Wladimir Klitschko. But still, I wouldn't have gave him a belt up. I'm sorry, I don't care who it is. You just gonna have to beat me. And I would have. But the point is, so I go back home. Uh-huh. And then I just sat. And I'm like, well, who am I going to fight? They say, well, we're not going to give you the title because he vacated it. Well, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you give me the title? We was going to fight anyway. But, you know, they got their politics. And they got their franchise player, which, hey, I'm going to say what it is. Wladimir Klitschko. They wanted Wladimir to get that title back because he got the right complexion for the protection. He's going to get way more attention, way more sponsors because of the color of his skin. I get it. He's an Olympic gold medalist. You know, he's a man, it's James Tony calling me. I'm going to tell this Trump, I'm going to call him back.
Bring him in. Look, if you want to bring him in, bring him in.
All right, hold on.